let's settle in today, finding a nice comfortable position. Maybe sitting with legs crossed. Maybe today just getting a little more comfortable. Find a blanket or a block to place underneath your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. Getting comfortable, but also staying alert and aware of our surroundings. Maybe soften the gaze. Begin to notice what's around you. Hopefully in a nice, quiet place. Just to spend some time with the Lord and deepening your breath. And notice how you are arriving today, if you're rushing in or if you are already in a calm state. Just notice and begin to set whatever is on your mind aside and just listen to the verse I'm reading today. And just focus in on His presence. Today I will be reading John 15, 1 through 11. I'm going to read it twice today. So first it's going to be in the ESV version. And then secondly, we'll move on to the Message version. I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, He takes away. And every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes, that it may bear more fruit. Already you are clean because of the word that I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me, and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing. If anyone does not abide in me, he is thrown away like a branch and withers, and the branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. By this my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. How do Jesus' words hit you today? Just begin to breathe in his peace and exhale joy and love. We're going to switch positions here, so I encourage you to find child's pose. So bring your knees out as wide as the mat, or if you're not on a mat, maybe as wide or a little bit wider than your hips, bringing the toes to touch. Bring your forehead down to the mat or to the ground, and then walk your hands beyond your head, extending the hands nice and long. And really relax into the pose. Notice if you are tensing in any area. Begin to just deepen your breath. And once again, I'm going to read John 15, 1 through 11, but in the Message version. Let these words crash over you. And notice here if you just begin to notice how this different version speaks to you. Here we go. John 15, 1. I am the real vine, and my Father is the farmer. He cuts off every branch of me that doesn't bear grapes, and every branch that is grape-bearing he prunes back, so will bear even more. You are already pruned back by the message I have spoken. Live in me, make your home in me just as I do in you. In the same way that a branch can't bear grapes by itself, but only by being joined to the vine, you can't bear fruit unless you are joined with me. I am the vine, you are the branches. When you're joined with me and I with you, the relation intimate and organic. The harvest is sure to be abundant. Separated, you can't produce a thing. Anyone who separates from me is dead wood, gathered up and thrown on the bonfire. But if you make yourselves at home with me and my words are at home in you, you can be sure that whatever you ask will be listened to and acted upon. This is how my Father shows who he is, when you produce grapes, when you mature as my disciples. I have loved you the way my Father has loved me. Make yourselves at home in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain intimately at home in my love. That's what I've done, kept my Father's commands and made myself at home in his love. I've told you these things for a purpose, that my joy might be your joy, and your joy wholly mature. How does this version of John 15 hit you differently than the first? We are going to end today's practice with some lyrics to a song that is really powerful, and it's a good reminder to step into that joy. And this is from Kings Kaleidoscope, the band. They say, every moment I play back, you live in it. I can feel every way that you've been in it. You are the voice of the mystery, I'm listening. You are the face of forgiveness, I'm taking in. You are the eyes of commitment, I'm giving in. And you are the joy of the joy that I'm living in. Take a big breath in and take all those words in. One more big breath in, and exhale, amen.